Dragon Ball Super Superhero, the latest Dragon Ball movie, has captured the heart of many fans out there, not only because of the surprisingly good visuals, but also the fun story and focus on unlikely main characters. The animators over at Toei Animation put many things, old and new, hidden in the background or straight up in our faces. What's up everyone, I'm SmugStick, and today we'll count down 120 Easter eggs in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. If you'd like to support the channel, then be sure to check out our Patreon. Link is in the description. Number 1. The beginning flashback scenes are based on the manga rather than the anime. For this reason, the backgrounds have a more painterly style, and the flying Nimbus is a light purple color rather than yellow. It seems like the movie staff took inspiration directly from chapter 81 of the Dragon Ball manga. This is interesting because even Toriyama colors Kintone a yellow color in its first appearance. Number 2. Similarly, the red ribbon battle jacket used by Black is a more military color instead of purple. It's worth noting that Toriyama also colors it a military color, as seen here in the Kansenban release of the manga. Number 3. This flashback gives us a look at many Red Ribbon characters, but most importantly, a pre-android Dr. Gero and a young Magenta revealed to be Commander Red's son. He's standing over a milk crate. As you'll remember, Red was infamous for being so short, and it looks like his son got those same genes. As far as who all we see in the image, we see Red at top, followed by Black, Tao Pai Pai, Violet, Captain Yellow, Blue, Bouillon, Ninja Murasaki, Metallitron, Aider, Silver, and White. Number 4. The scene where Dr. Gero's androids are described begins with a mechanical hand being formed, an obvious reference to Goku's hand in Chala Head Chala, Dragon Ball Z's first opening. 5. The father-son Kamehameha is a little different from the anime, as Goku is in his base form instead of Super Saiyan, just like in the manga. Number 6. The opening credits have references to later events. You can see Piccolo's house, the rock formation he meditates over, and Carmine's car traveling over to the Red Ribbon base. Number 7. The robot that passes by Carmine is very similar to the one that helps Goku travel and eventually crashes down near Muscle Tower. Number 8. Magenta has a battle jacket similar to Black's, a relic of his father's empire. Number 9. Similarly to how the Gammas are based on Ultraman, it seems like Dr. Hito based his creations on an in-universe hero, as seen in this convention scene. Number 10. It seems like Carmine was following Hito and taking pictures of him around the con, and even got a picture with the same superhero Hito got a signature from. Number 11. Gero's family tree is shown, revealing the canon name to the human version of Android 21. Her name is Vami, and alongside Gero, they were parents of Givo, the model for Android 16, who died while serving the Red Ribbon Army. Their names all reference Barf. Hito is the son of Gero's second child, and both of his parents are dead. Number 12. The cards used for the family tree are a reference to Dragon Ball Cardass, popular collectible cards with very nice shiny colors. Number 13. Mr. Satan appears on a magazine in the convenience store, though you can barely see it. 14. The battle between Goku and Broly shown in the trailer is completely missing from the film. 15. Hito is locked in Prison 8, a possible reference to the first android we ever meet, Aider. After all, he was arrested for making Frankenstein-esque androids. Number 16. Hito's hoodie is based on the superhero he and Carmine saw at the con. Number 17. Magenta has a picture of not only Red on his desk, but also Violet, another Red Ribbon Army member and one of the only survivors after Goku's battle. Obviously, this implies that she is his mother, and their frames even match their colors. If you mix Red and Violet, you get Magenta. 18. There's a lot of Oreos in the movie, and that's because they had a promotional campaign for the film. 19. Here is a shot of all the superheroes. One even looks like Cell, and the other one kind of reminds me of Mighty Mask. Sad that there wasn't a reference to the great Saiyaman. 20. In the Cell Games flashback, Gohan is mistakenly drawn to be in base, when he was a Super Saiyan all throughout it. 21. In the tunnel, we can see a car similar to the one that Bulma and Goku use while in the desert. 22. When Magenta is explaining that Capsule Corp is evil, we see multiple copies of Goku's ship, which he used to go to Namek. 23. As he explains that Bulma and the rest are evil, we see the only appearance of Roshi, Chaozu, Puar, Yamcha, and Tien in the film. 24. They refer to Piccolo as the Demon King. It makes sense that people remember the day his father took over Earth. However, they also refer to Majin Buu as evil. This shouldn't be the case, since the Z-Fighters wished for all memories of Buu's atrocities to be erased. Then again, he is well known as Mr. Satan's student, so they may just be calling him evil because he works with them. 25. Pan's shirt says GTH, meaning go to hell. Just like her mother, she wears demons on her shirt. Videl is an anagram for devil. Mr. Satan is obvious. Pan means bread, but it's also the name of a Greek god. Beyond that, I personally headcanon it as Pandemonium, just to keep going with the devil themes. I like to think that she brings a bit of GT representation, and her shirt could be interpreted as GT Hero, to contrast with the movie title, Superhero. 26. Since we're here, I'll also mention that Piccolo's arms are colored like the manga, rather than pink like the anime. 27. The first time I watched the dub, I thought Pan said Kiko Ho, and I was really confused because she's obviously doing a Kamehameha pose, and why would Piccolo know the Kiko Ho, otherwise known as the Tri-Beam in English? But what she actually says is Kiko Ha, the Japanese name for the generic Ki Blast. It's weird to call it in Japanese though. 28. Pan runs just like a Rayleigh from Dr. Slump, Toriyama's first huge manga. 29. We get a reference to Piccolo's super hearing when he hears his phone ring all the way from the mountaintop. His house is also based on Namekian houses. Namekians are based on slugs, and we can see that his house resembles one. 30. Piccolo holds his phone just like his father holds the Dragon Ball. Plus, his chair looks just like his throne. 31. He also mentions that he doesn't eat, and just lives off of water. This is true, but in Dragon Ball Super we could see Piccolo eat, and his father even had a chef. 32. Behind Videl, we can see plushes of Koa, another Toriyama manga, and even some that look like Neko Majin. 33. Clothesbeam! 34. Gohan has the wedding picture we saw in Dragon Ball Super on his desk, alongside a picture of himself as a kid with Goku from the start of Dragon Ball Z. But at what point did they take that picture? 35. Gohan studies insects, similarly to how he did in Dragon Ball Z, and it's obviously a reference to Cell. I love that he just discovered a Super Saiyan. 36. The symbol on Gamma's belt is the Greek capital letter for Gamma. The Gammas are heavily influenced by tokusatsu heroes, with many poses. He also has onomatopoeia sound effects behind him, and Piccolo even comments on how he can see them. We'll come back to this later. 37. We get a shot of the androids alongside Dr. Gero and the Cell Incubator. In the anime, we see a similar thing where the future androids go to Gero's underground lab. 38. Though Black's battle jacket in the opening is a military color, the ones used in the base are purple like the one he uses in the anime. 39. There's many references to superhero movies in this film. Even the soundtrack sounds directly from one of them. And over here, the force field reveals a huge technologically advanced place, which seems to reference Wakanda from Black Panther. 40. The plane that flies by, and the one that Piccolo uses later on, is very similar to the one Goku used during the original Red Ribbon arc. 41. The small ships towards the bottom are in the original story, as Bulma is chased by a pair. 42. Similarly, another ship design used in the original story is seen in the background. 43. In the top left corner of the spy cameras, we get a brief glimpse at Kame House. 44. Vegeta is shown in his infamous Bad Man shirt. 45. The android capsule designs are just like the ones that kept 17, 18, and 16. 46. Gamma's onomatopoeia returns in the form of a hologram, confirming that they really do appear in-universe. 47. Carmine's YouTube channel is actually pretty popular, having thousands of views on his gun collection, shoes, and watches. 48. Shout out to Bebels3 on Twitter for this one. There are several cars that reference art in Dragon Ball while Piccolo is out in the city. The purple car is Bulma's car, while this car over here is from the cover of volume 22. And finally, there's a little toy car that gets blown back. This is Vidal's 666 car, which you may recognize as appearing in We Gotta Power, Dragon Ball Z's second opening. 49. Beerus ends up liking Shilai. The only other character he has shown interest in is Ribrianne in the manga. 50. Bulma throws multiple recognizable items when she's searching for Whis' call button. First is the Super Dragon Radar. 51. Future Bulma's book of notes for the time machine, along with capsules. 52. Mr. Time from Dr. Slump. 53. In her office, we can also see a bike similar to the one from Dragon Ball's Volume 34. 54. To my knowledge, we haven't really seen them eat in here. We always saw them eating outside. Maybe Beerus is just being nice and Shilai's around. 55. Vegeta and Goku have a stare down very similar to when they first met each other during the Saiyan saga. 56. Goku's bouncy jump is similar to the one he does in Broly. 57. Shilai is the only other character to have a chair. Even Whis doesn't get one. Beerus must really like her. 58. The ice cream they eat is inspired by a real ice cream brand, Meiji SL Super Cup. 59. The power pole is inconsistent in the series, but superheroes showed it as still being between Corinth Tower and Kami's Palace, serving as a bridge. 60. The secret water remains just as we remember it. 61. Dende mentions that Namekians unlock new powers when they get old, which was later shown in the Granola arc, as Monaito unlocked more healing abilities he didn't know he had, even at his old age. 62. The design for the Shenron statue changes quite a bit when it is updated by Dende. 63. Bulma's submarine is similar to the one she uses on Namek, and reminds you of the one she used during the Red Ribbon arc. 64. The dinosaur flying is an obvious reference to Volume 38. It also appeared in Dragon Ball GT. 65. Not only do we get a glimpse of Frieza, but also Berry Blue and Kikono, who first appeared in Dragon Ball Minus and later Broly. They also seem to have gathered some of the Namekian Dragon Balls. 66. This is the first time Piccolo summons and wishes on Shenron, if we don't count King Piccolo, that is. 67. In a really cool point of consistency, the power unlock is represented the same way as in the Namek saga, with vertical lines stretching our hero. 68. Pan knocks out the Red Ribbon Soldier just like Goku knocks out Rikum. 69. The Red Ribbon seems to have stolen a lot of things from Piccolo's house. They have his throne and some plushies. 70. Number 3 has the same face as many Toriyama characters, but most notably Superman from Dr. Slump. 71. For some reason, Carmine just has a huge collection of chairs. No doubt he was the one to request Piccolo's throne be confiscated. 72. Gohan's house is partly knocked down when he turns Super Saiyan. We see Vidal's reaction to this in the end credits. Side note, it's my headcanon that this is the reason why Gohan has a different house in the end of Z. 73. More superhero references. This is obviously the bad signal. 74. This is one of the only battles in Dragon Ball that happen at night and in the rain. 75. The Gammas make a metal clanking sound whenever they're punched. Gamma 1 says that he has 82% energy left, meaning he doesn't run on the same infinite energy supply as 17 and 18. 77. One thing they do have in common with the older androids is the use of the android barrier. 78. A little smile badge that Hiro has may be a reference to the comedian from Watchmen, another superhero reference. 79. The symbol on Orange Piccolo's back is a Namekian tree. 80. The way Pan defeats Carmine is exactly the same way Kid Goku attacks Black. 81. It seems like Hiro considers himself Gamma 0. He lacks the fin on his head, while Gamma 1 has 1 and Gamma 2 has 2. He also has the exact same gun as them, but on the side it's a 0 instead of a 2 or 1. 82. Bulma's ship returns. She's used it since the Cell arc. 83. Trunks and Goten finally grew up. They even reference this when Piccolo asks if it's really them, with Gohan explaining that Saiyans stay little for a very long time and then get a growth spurt. 84. Trunks' outfit is in line with his upbringing, being much more modern and casual. Goten has a more traditional, Chinese-esque attire. 85. Trunks' hair was changed to match that of future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super. 86. 18 got a haircut. This makes it more similar to the end of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT. 87. Pan says her age at Bulma just like Gohan did when they first met. 88. Gohan's eyesight improves when he's in Super Saiyan, as he didn't need his glasses and threw them away. He needs them back when he's in base. 90. When helping Gohan look for his glasses, Pan picks up Carmine's sunglasses and even tries them on. 91. Goten has Guine's haircut. 92. The end of the movie has largely the same cast as Bio Broly, a large, out-of-control creature who is a clone of an old fighter. 18 Goten, Trunks, and Krillin arrive to round up the cast of the original film. 93. We can clearly see the moment where Cell Max senses the key of the Z fighters and rushes towards them. 94. This isn't the first time Cell has been a giant mindless creature, as there was a version of Cell like this in Dragon Ball Online and Dragon Ball Heroes, named Cell X. 95. 18 is visibly terrified at the sight of the new Cell, which makes sense since she still remembers being absorbed by him. 96. Just like when Gohan failed to catch the Potara, Gohan can't catch senzu beans. This time it's explained that it's because he needs glasses. 97. Just for this one, I'm gonna go a little bit meta. Instead of doing a Kamehameha like they usually do, Masako Nozawa accompanied Toshio Furukawa in a Makan Kosapo to kick off the movie. 98. Goten and Trunks fuse in a red and blue light, just like Goku and Vegeta in the Broly movie. 99. Goten is the one that messes up the fusion. 100. Despite changing Trunks' hair color, Gotenks still has purple hair. 101. Gotenks' head bump against Cell Max is just like the one he used against Boo. 102. Just like Veku in the Fusion Reborn movie, Gotenks gets his pants destroyed. 103. The plot hole of Piccolo never using giant form again is addressed by saying that Piccolo just straight up forgot. 104. Piccolo bleeds like he did back in Dragon Ball Red. They later changed his blood to purple in Z, and it's even been green before as well. 105. Cell's blasts from his body and tail are very clearly a reference to Shin Godzilla's atomic attack. 106. The pose when Cell Max defeats Piccolo is very similar to Goku defeating Nappa. 107. The way Cell Max blasts at Piccolo is similar to how Frieza third form blasts at him as well. 108. Gohan's Beast transformation is a new version of Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation, down to the camera angles and the red lines stringing across. 109. Gohan's Beast transformation is similar to Goku's Super Saiyan transformation in the limited color pages of the manga, with white hair and red eyes. And of course, gotta mention Gohan Blanco. 110. Piccolo tells Gohan to use the Kamehameha, but instead he uses the special beam cannon. And in the exact same way when Piccolo and Goku saved him from Raditz. This time the roles are a little reversed, as Piccolo holds on to the enemy. 111. Pan hugs Gohan just like Gohan does to Goku on Namek after they think they defeat Frieza. 112. We saying no transformations to Goku and Vegeta is likely due to two reasons. One is not wanting to make more models, but more importantly, to not have to show off the new transformations from the manga so casually. It has to be a big deal when Vegeta shows off Ego. No doubt they'll show this in the Dragon Ball Super anime once it returns. 113. Just like in any other superhero movie, this is the first Dragon Ball movie to have a post-credit scene. 114. I feel like Akira Toriyama watched Bio Broly before writing this movie, since there is some similarities between the villains from that film and this one. Magenta and Carmine remind me quite a bit of Jaguar and Men Men. Even Hiro has bits and pieces of Jaguar. 115. Gamma 2 disintegrates, similarly to the Avengers in Infinity War. 116. Not only that, but Gamma 2 turns gray, just like another famous android, Vision. 117. This marks Vegeta's first true victory against Goku according to the movie, as Vegeta beats him but just reaching a little bit further with that final punch, similarly to how Jackie Chun beats Goku in the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai. 118. The Nimbus appears in almost every scene in the credits, but this time it's in the anime colors, unlike the opening where it was pink. 119. Piccolo has shins again. He had them up until the fight against the Saiyans. Afterwards, they kinda just disappear, as seen here. They are never in games either. 120. When Cell Max is defeated and is about to blow up, he does it in the same way in which the original Cell tried to blow himself up. 121. Here's a little bonus one. Gamma 2 does one of the great Saiyaman poses. I'm not gonna count this one as part of it since this is just some hypotheticals rather than an actual Easter egg, but wouldn't it be interesting if the craters in which the new Red Ribbon Army base were built upon were actually the craters created by Cell when he blew up the arena, and one of the many other craters which were created during the fight, most likely the father-son Kamehameha one. I don't know if this exactly works because the craters in the movie are much bigger, but I thought I'd mention it just because it was a little bit fun. And that was all. Obviously, that was more than 120. I had multiple ones in some numbers, and I had that little extra one at the end. Maybe I should do more of these, but for the other Dragon Ball movies. There's one or two Easter eggs in some of them that I can think of, but you guys let me know in the comments. Anyways guys, is there any that I missed? What did you guys think of Dragon Ball Super Superhero? I personally loved it. Thanks for tuning in. This has been SmugStick, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video, especially with friends who like Dragon Ball. And until we meet again, see ya!